In every city there are places that tell a story, built by skaters for skaters, where you understand why we keep going, despite the years passing by. Lately, I've been asking myself how some people keep that fire alive. In Switzerland, one name keeps coming up. Today, I traveled to Basel to understand what still pushes him to ride, to build and to create. This is the skate life of Oli Buergin. Alright, here we are in Basel at the Purple Park. This spot means a lot for the local community, so we decided to start this episode here. Ollie is ready, so let's go! Hello Ollie!
Bonjour.
What's up?
Ça va?
Ouais, ça va, good, good.
Good.
And you?
I'm good, yeah.
So let's go for this interview.
Yeah, let's go check
Nice.
Basel. Yeah, Purple Park has been part of the Basel skate scene for almost 30 years now. I grew up outside of the city. Some of the first trips and skate sessions in the city were here. They had a mini ramp in the beginning and then added street stuff. And when they started doing concrete, they asked if we could help them, with tools and know-how and manpower. That, after building Portland, we had some experience, and we got involved in making some of the obstacles here. It's really the heart of the Basel street scene. Yes, we are at the local Basel theater, the main city theater with the pyramid place, as we called it. And when I started skating, some of the first trips to Basel, the main meeting place for the skate scene was here at the pyramids. We were 15 years old, and all the good skaters in Basel, they were here. I don't remember the exact moment or how I met skateboarding. I think must have been in 1984 when I was 11. And then I got my first board as a birthday present from my grandmother. A fiberglass, kind of like the penny boards now, but not the plastic, but fiberglass top, really narrow. So you couldn't really do tricks on that board. We kind of lived, not really a big hill, but somewhat up on the hill, and to go to school I had to go down the hill, so I would always ride my skateboard to school. So the first kind of skate crew here in Basel formed here at the theater. We made some of the first videos. They were called Basel Hursön, which is translates to Basel Sons of Bitches, which is kind of an inside joke that someone was always screaming. And we ended up making 3 videos of the Basel Hursöns and just skating around Basel, documenting what happened. It didn't really feel like we were at this project of filming for a video. It was really just skating, and someone had a camera and captured, or we all used the camera whenever someone was skating. Really the good innocent times of skateboarding.
Ich bin 26, skate schon mehr als 10 Jahre. Skate für Ethnies, Santa Cruz und Session.
My first real sponsor was Kitchener from Bern. They hooked me up with Santa Cruz skateboards and Ethnies shoes, which Ethnies became Soltec later on, and I worked for them for over 15 years. So that was an important part of my skate life, and getting just getting all the boards I need. I never had to worry about breaking boards. So thank you, Kitchener.
Stanco di aspettare uomini migliori, scenari virtuali, donne di denari. Ho visto già bambini giocare fuori grandi, ma quando si fa tesa ritornano poppanti. C'è un'ora in cui tutti vanno a casa a cena e tu rimani solo lì come uno scemo. Il cinema era buoni, belle le parole, la pedra ancora calda ma era solo stile. Tu dici sono discorsi che è formale, tu dici non ne sento, non ne voglio più parlare.
I was a team manager for Saltec Europe for almost 15 years. Worked with skateboarders all over Europe and for all three brands. I was managing Etnies, S and America in the beginning. It was really amazing times for me because we traveled all over Europe. We were touring to shoot magazine articles a lot at the time and always also filming for video projects with some of the best skaters in Europe. It was also the time when I was still really skating every day, especially when we were on a trip. I would be filming, but there would always be spots where I would also want to skate. So it was really amazing for me to be able to do that. Yeah, Yves Marchand was one of the filmers we worked with, and we spent a lot of time together, just traveling and filming. And when I was doing a trick at a spot, Yves would probably be filming it. This is the Rhine, which is one of the nice things about Basel, especially in the summer. You can swim in the river. People walk up, jump in, swim down. There is bars, like the buvette-style bars, all along the river. It's really the heart of Basel. We're going to go to Portland now, which is the biggest DIY project we've built so far. It's a concrete skate park. This is our second concrete DIY in Basel. We had the Black Cross Ball before, and now we have Portland since 13 years.
And you did it.
Oh, I did it with help from a lot of friends, but it's sort of my baby, yeah.
So, the Portland DIY, how long it took to make it?
We built the main part, which is kind of the down part, in about 3 months in 2012. We had another DIY before this, which is the Black Cross Ball, which was more in the center of the city. Right when we found out that we had to take down the Black Cross Ball, the city put out a contest where you could apply with ideas, because they had this space and it was empty and they wanted to give it to cultural or sports or community projects. And we figured, hey, it could be a really good spot for a DIY. We applied to the contest, started an association, and then we got picked in the contest. We had to work with the city. We had to give a plan for what we were building. We had to get a permit. So that was a little bit of bureaucracy, but in the end it all worked out quite uncomplicated. For the opening of Portland in the spring of 2013, we invited a bunch of skaters from all over Europe, people from the Etnies team and Carhartt. Yeah, they skated the park like we imagined it could be skated. They really did a lot of crazy stuff. There's even a guy, Jarne, who tried to drop the lighthouse, but he ate shit and I think broke his wrist. But a couple of years later, Jojo from France, he actually managed to drop the lighthouse, which is pretty crazy.
Oh, fuck! Oh, fuck! Holy fuck!
So Portland is the place that I skate the most when I'm in Basel. It's really my home spot, and it's a meeting place for the whole skate scene. Anyone that cares about transition skating in Basel and ends up being here.
This is really super rad.
Yeah, everything is steep and tight, and this part we call the CERN because it accelerates you like the particle accelerator in Geneva. And then you have the rainbow up here, and this is where Kid Ost frontside ollied into the steep bank and ended up on the cover of a Confusion mag.
Man, that's really hard, really. Frontside ollie here, okay. Yeah. So this DIY is the starting point of the parallel universe. What is parallel universe?
Parallel Universe is a skate park planning and construction company that we started with two friends that were involved in building Portland. And I have been building ramps since I was 15 years old. At the time, we didn't have any skate parks or anything nearby, so we always built our own stuff. We built mini ramps, our first bowl, then we built Portland, and then at some point we decided it would be something that we could do professionally. So in 2019, we officially created the company and have built parks all over Switzerland now. We have an app actually to access the skate park. It's open. You have normal opening hours with people working at the kiosk, but you can also come here in the evening and nobody has to be working. You can get in with the app, just open the door. And in you go. Now we are at the indoor park in Basel. It's called Transport Basel, just across the street from Portland. It's been open for a year, and we designed and built it with Parallel Universe and the crew. I'm really happy about the way this park turned out, and we have a great place to skate every day, even in the winter. It's nice and warm, and just a really good spot for the Basel skate scene. So ESC Basel, as we call it, it's the short for European Skateboard Championships, was created in 2001. At the time, there was a lot of contests in Europe that were like World Cup level, and so it felt like it was contests in Europe, but not really for Europeans. And with the ESC in Basel, we really wanted to do something where the Europeans are the center of attention. So we decided to create a European Championships that was a true platform for European skateboarding. We built a skate park every year, especially for the contest. And usually there was 200 people competing every year and 2,000 spectators from all over Europe. And it was really an amazing time for us because we could develop ideas. We always had a theme for the contest, whether it was like nature or art or science fiction. We played around with ideas and came up with decoration. A lot of hard work, but always really fun, and people appreciated it a lot. So we just had ESC 2025 this summer in Basel, and once again it was a great success. We had about 120 people competing, a really strong female competition this year. And now we take a little break, clean everything up, and then start planning the one for 2027. I got some magazine coverage from back in the day. This is a Yeo magazine, the Swiss-Austrian mag, with a nose blunt in Barcelona.
Wow, it's you on the cover.
Yes, and this is one of the craziest natural spots I've ever seen. Unfortunately, it's gone. Yeah, and then here's another cover actually. Also, and this one has a full interview. This is Monster Skateboard from 1998.
Wow, you were younger.
I was younger, yeah. Well, I mean, it's only 27 years ago, so yeah, this is the bridge that we were at earlier today. And then what else? Double set outside of Basel. Oh, the pyramids, remember, that we were at today. And then this spot also is, unfortunately, it's gone. It was a concrete quarter pipe randomly in a park here in Basel. A vert sequence as well.
Yeah, because you're also a vert rider.
Yeah, I always skated everything. Like, it didn't really matter if it's like if there was a vert ramp around, I would skate it, and if there's a cool street spot, I would skate it.
Back in the days, you also have been pro. You are pro models on Santa Cruz skateboards.
I was lucky enough to be sponsored by Santa Cruz for quite some time, and at some point they decided to give me a pro model. Let's see. No. Yeah, there's a whole stack of boards. This is an important one for me as well. It's from Tim Brausch, one of my good friends.
I remember him.
Santa Cruz team riders. This is the board that I made after he passed away.
Yeah, he died from a cardiac
arrest. Yeah, he had a heart attack. So rest in peace, Tim. And then we get to my board, which is it's actually, this is a tribute to a Tim board. He had one of it was called Freebird, and it was a bird, this bird flying over his hometown was the graphic.
Okay.
And when Santa Cruz offered me to have a pro model, I brought back the idea of Tim's board. So the basilisk, which is the kind of the typical Basel animal, flying over Basel. And so it it was important for me to give a tribute to Tim, who helped me really a lot with my skateboarding.
Yeah, I remember him in the forum video.
Yeah.
He was really present in skateboarding.
Yeah. He was also someone that would, no matter where you put him, he would skate it. Anything. He was an all-terrain vehicle.
Ron Valet.
Yeah, Ron was his, or also my teammate at Santa Cruz at the time. Yeah. So.
Yeah, nice board.
Yeah, and this is the first one, and then they made, I guess they did sell a couple, so they made a second one. And here we have the basilisk again, and then this is the scene of she's the goddess Europa. So Europe is named after the Greek goddess, and she was abducted. somewhere in the Greek mythology. So this is what the graphic is based on. Yeah, it's really narrow. Like, I remember skating really narrow boards back in the day.
And now,
Now it's like 8.5.
okay, so now it's like,
Yeah,
it's
now
common.
now I skate mostly the Portland boards. We have this one is a cool one. I mean, this is an 825, but it's a rad one. The graphic was done by Chris Haslam
Okay.
because he has his Instagram. I don't know if you ever seen it, the Bulgarians. He always draws like the people as balls, and then this is the original Portland board, which was made by my good friend Alain, and he's part of the Portland crew. And so I usually skate these boards now.
Okay. And so, what are your projects for the moment?
Well, right now we're working on the final plans for a new skate park that we're going to be building in Liechtenstein, in Schaan, next spring.
Okay.
They started digging, doing the earthwork last week.
This one will be for Johnny Geiger.
It's actually, Johnny's been involved in the
Okay.
design process, and he lives, I don't know, in the next village over, I think. So yeah, him and Dario, I don't know. So yeah, this is going to be interesting to build a concrete park again. We've done the one in Zug last year, and then 2 years ago we did a big one in Uri on the way to the Gotthard. I skate about 2 times a week. In the summer, mostly at Portland, and in the winter I go to the indoor park quite a bit.
So, Oli, it was really a pleasure to meet you today.
It's nice to meet you.
And
Thanks
it
for
was
coming by.
Really, thank you very much for everything, for
You're
the visit
welcome.
of Basel, and it was an honor for me. So, thank you very much. So, this is the end of this video. I hope you liked it. Please leave a comment, subscribe or like, do what you want. See you in the next video. Bye bye.